I remember when I was grinding the 9 to 5 and the weekends would come, the Saturday, the Sunday would come. And so many times I said to myself, I'm going to get up early today and work on my own business. I'm going to get up early and work on myself. And this would never happen. Like I said it so many times and times and times again. And you know what happened after that? When I didn't wake up early, the morning was sluggish, it was slow. I got up, I slowly rolled out of bed and I ate breakfast and then I started to go about my day. And I didn't really have nothing scheduled. It went around very arbitrary and nothing was organized. There was no order. It was just disorganized chaos. And I thought, that's all I needed to do to make, some progress in personal development. I could just get up at a certain point and, start doing some things, start going to the gym and things like that, very basic things. But there was no real progression. It was just like I was going around in circles and circles and circles. But this is when things started to change. I finally had enough of not getting the results I wanted. I would get up and I would be so pissed off with myself for sleeping in. I would slap myself in the face and say, what the hell are you doing? You're literally wasting the potential best years of your life here, the years where you need to grow, when you need to double down and work harder. And I still kept doing it over and over. And then I don't know what it was, if it was a particular thing, like a mindset shift that just happened one day. And I thought, I'm setting my alarm at this time. I'm getting up no matter what. And I got up, I had a cold shower, jumped in. This was extremely painful. For you guys that do this, you'll know what I'm talking about. It is not easy to get up and have a cold shower, especially 5 a.m. in the morning, because 5 a.m. is my usual wake up time. And I'll get into why 5 a.m. soon. But that's what I did. And how I felt after that, by winning the morning, I had structure to my day now. I know my first hour or whatever was get up, shower, do some form of light exercise to get blood circulation in my body. The vibration that put me in, the positive mindset I got after doing that, because it's a hard task, right? It takes effort. But doing that a few days in, it started to become, I don't know if enjoyable is the right word, but it started to make me feel accountable, and it made me feel like, shit, I can get this thing done. And like I said, the positive vibration that this would put me in, when it had come time after doing the cold shower and doing a light form of exercise to put some time into my creative work now, like creating content or working on my online business, the energy I was putting into this was 10 times more than I ever was, because I was already in that massive positive mindset shift from the morning. I'd essentially won the morning. And now by winning the morning, I carried that momentum onwards into the other tasks I had to do through the day. So I'd always organize my tasks in order of importance. And I couldn't progress to the next task until I'd definitely done that first task. So say, for example, my morning was wake up, cold shower, exercise, then work on content creation. I couldn't go straight to wake up and content creation until I'd done the first two tasks, because they'd have to be done in a specific order. And then that would help me form the routine and the structure, which led to success. Because without that structure, I would be going around my day aimlessly. I'd fit a bit of time in here, there, I'd fit a bit of time into there. I wouldn't have dedicated work blocks, or I wouldn't come in with the right mindset in general. The mindset would be all over the place. I'd be like, oh, I'm sort of tired, I'm sort of not, I'm a bit groggy. But when you get up at 5 a.m. and it's quiet out there, and the whole world is sleeping, or most of the world is sleeping, unless there's other guys out there who you're on personal development too. And that's when you find there's so much peace out there. You get up and you're in this zone, you're in this mindset, and it's not to sound like arrogant, but you just feel better than everyone because you've woke up earlier than everyone and you're already working on your goals so early in the morning. It gives you this idea that, again, not like arrogance, but you feel good. You're like, shit, I'm doing this thing now. And then you jump in the cold shower and you battle that through for the next 2-3 minutes. And then you get out of that and you're in this insane headspace. You're in the amount of creative flow that's coming through your mind at this point. It's like these ideas, your cortisol's up high because you've just woken up. You've just had a cold shower. You're in that almost that flight or fight response because you've jumped out of the cold shower. You're like, this is painful. And then the amount of creative energy that comes and flows through you is insane. And this is why this should be the cornerstone for any personal development journey. You must wake up at a specific time. Don't leave it up to, I'll get up naturally and whenever. I know it feels so good to have a natural wake up. Believe me, I've been there. I've done the natural wake ups and I longed for them. I loved them. Every time the weekend would hit when I wasn't working, I'd love the natural wake ups. But everything you realize soon, everything that's sort of comfortable will set you back, because the person who's doing the uncomfortable things, they begin to enjoy doing uncomfortable things, and that's what's going to push them ahead, and they're just going to smoke you. And not that it's a competition again, but they will smoke you. And that's the reality of it. Like, you can sit in bed and be comfortable, and then the guy you're competing with over there, he's getting up at 4:30, 5 a.m, cold shower, he finished his running. Now he's straight into working on his business in this very creative, positive mindset. And how are you going to compete with that when you've just gotten out of bed, you've rolled out of bed at 8, 9 a.m, you're a bit groggy, you're like, oh, yeah, I'll have my coffee now, I'll ease into it. Like, you're going to get smoked. There's no chance for you. If you want to be up there, like if you want to be successful in any endeavor of your life, you have to be hitting it. Like, things never come down to chance. Things come down to all the unseen effort you put in. Like, no effort goes to waste. Every time you put effort into doing a hard task, you will reap the rewards, whether it's directly or indirectly. It'll always come back to source. It'll always come back to origin. Now, understand that how important it is to build this positive momentum through the morning. So you've won the morning essentially. So you're in this positive vibration, you're in this positive mindset, and now you're smashing out work. You're like, I'm doing this, you're in this really good mood. The work you're outputting from this mindset is going to be like 10 times more effective than you were if you didn't do this. Because you're feeling good, it's only natural that your work is going to be better too. Not just you feel better, but your work's better. Everything you do is going to be better because you're coming from this new headspace, this new vibration. And what do you think happens when you win the morning? Well, guess what? You're going to flow on that momentum and you're going to win the day. And then after you won the day, well, you win the week. You carry on this positive momentum. And then you win the week, you'll win the month. And then when you have a successful month, a whole month of doing this, you will see results. I guarantee it. You cannot do this and not see results. It's impossible. You can't do this for a month straight and not have some sort of positive results come back out of this. Because everyone that I've spoken to about this, myself, everyone who's done this has all gotten positive results. It's a guarantee. Whether it's, you want to do content, go to the gym, become better, healthier, fitter, grow your business, whatever it is, when you get into this headspace in the morning when it's all quiet and you get out of the cold shower and then you put your brain to work and you focus on a specific task, you get tunnel vision. And I know some people say you can't be extreme, you need balance, you shouldn't have tunnel vision. I think that's complete crap. If you want to make strides and leaps and bounds ahead in whatever you're working on, you need that tunnel vision to focus and direct your energy in like a laser beam focus and like, this is what I'm doing, bang. You can't be like directing some energy towards this, a bit of energy towards that, some energy there, because you've just expelled all your energy and you're not really making any progress in any area of your life. And this is why I bring it back again. You have to have your non-negotiables for self-improvement. And an early wake-up time, I always suggest 5 a.m. is a non-negotiable. You can't think, but I'm different, I can get up at 8 and still get work done. Try get up at 5 for a week straight and see how productive you feel. Once you get into the swing of it and your circadian rhythm normalizes to the 5 a.m. wake-up, you'll be quantum leaps ahead of where you were. It sounds too cliche, I know, like, wake up, grind, do the daily shit, but there's a reason why all these successful people do this stuff, and it's because it worked. It's not just for show. Like a lot of people do things for show, like they'll put their ice baths on social media and things like that. Ice baths have their benefit and whatever, but this shit, you're doing this work in the background. This is not for show. This is going to help you get your mind dialed in. And you can prove it, like you owe it to yourself. If you can get this nailed, everything else, it's going to build confidence up, and this is going to flow on to other areas of your life, like health and fitness, for example. You can get yourself out of bed at 5 and in a cold shower. You do your work, then it hits like midday, 12, 1 o'clock, and you're going to carry yourself and go to the gym because you start being able to trust yourself and you start being able to, whatever you say, you start trusting. Because if you say you're getting up at 5 a.m. and then you don't consistently, you're going to break the trust within yourself. And that just doesn't break that part of the trust. It breaks pretty much everything else. So if you say like, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m, you don't, then you say, I'm going to go to the gym at 1 p.m. and you don't, you're just continually breaking the trust with yourself. And everything you say from here on in might as well just be whispers gone with the wind. They mean nothing. Everything you tell yourself, you want to follow through and do. You want to be a man who's accountable. It's so simple. Like, it's the very basics of self-improvement. And there probably are heaps of you guys already doing this, but the guys who aren't, you're going to get smoked. It's as simple as that. It's a hyper competitive game out there at the moment. for that top, the top 5% or 1%, whatever it works out to be, if you want to be making like the top 1% of the money or the top, 1% of physiques, it all requires you to do these things. If you just want to be average, turn this video off, like disregard it. This is a complete waste of your time. You might as well not have watched or listened to a single word I said, because this is not for you who wants to be average. But if you're still here watching this video, you don't want to be average. You've had enough of living the mediocre life. You've had enough of fitting in with everyone. It's time to be who you were always meant to be and set your alarm tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. You're up, cold shower, you're doing it. And if you do this and you follow through, come back and visit this video, and then I'm curious, you let me know the changes in your life and how you feel mentally after it, and how your energy, how your vibration feels after doing this type of thing. The workflow you're in, like the productivity you're going to be outputting, it's going to be second to none. But like I said, you have to win the morning to win the day. You have to win the day to win the week, and you have to win the week to win the month. And this is just going to build positive momentum. Like enough's enough now. It's time. Like you've had all your years of sleeping in. You've had all your years of playing it safe and doing it easy. Now you've got to take life for what it is right now, because what you have left of it, this portion, you have to make it count. You can't just get up on your own terms and have a sleep in. I earned the sleep in. You didn't earn shit. Who told you earned to sleep in? Let's go back 1,000 years and look at these great conquerors when they're on these massive campaigns and conquests to conquer the world. Do you think they would say to themselves, "Oh, I had a big day yesterday. I had a battle with whatever. I battled this tribe or this other army. I'm gonna have a sleep in today. I deserve a sleep in." No way in hell. They'd be out there on the front line. They'd be the first one up, setting the example for the rest of the men, saying, "I'm doing this shit every single day," and then that'll inspire the other men to do this. And then we create a whole movement, a whole generational movement of successful young men who want to do this. It doesn't have to be young, just in general, successful people who follow this movement and who make the world a better, more prosperous place. Because the degeneracy out there is insane right now. It's so easy to get distracted and to, chuck up social media on your phone, and then you get hooked into reels, because the algorithm is designed to keep you there for as long as possible. But when you can strengthen your mind by waking up at 5 and by jumping in the cold shower, you can overpower that algorithm. You get your phone, you can pull your mind out of that and put it back into what it should be doing. Because true strength of mind, you can accomplish anything. But you have to be more powerful than the algorithm. You have to be more powerful than degeneracy. You have to be more powerful than the modern distractions of society. Because we have so much more distractions now than we had, let's say, 100 years ago, 2, 3, 500, 1,000 years ago. People will sit in boredom, and because they had boredom, they were like, "I'm not just going to sit at home and do nothing all day. I'm going to go out and conquer villages. I'm going to conquer countries. I'm going to, be a conqueror, be a successful man." Nowadays, people are very rarely bored because there's so much to do. There's stuff on TV, there's stuff on your phone, there's stuff on the computer, there's social media, all these things that will keep your mind distracted. And it'll take your true essence of what a man should be away. Because if your mind's always occupied, you're never going to be really focused on what your core purpose is. And at the end of the day, waking up at 5 and having the cold shower is going to make those distractions all stop. It's going to be able to give you the power to pull yourself out of that and put you back onto what you should really be doing, being able to work on purposeful work. And it's as simple as that. It's the very basic process you can implement today, tomorrow. It's not going to cost you nothing. It's not going to make you lose anything. You're not going to be unhealthy and fat or whatever. Nothing bad's going to happen to you. The first few days you might get a couple of hours less sleep because you might still go to bed late and you're still getting up at 5. You might only get 5-6 hours sleep. It's not going to kill you. You'll get used to the early wake ups, and your bedtime will naturally become earlier because your circadian rhythm will adapt and change to waking up at 5 a.m. But if you've stuck around this long to the video, thanks for watching. If you have more questions or want to go more in depth on this, I've got an Instagram page where I talk about this in short form, everyday content, like everyday stories where you can watch this. It's jake.racc. And I hope to see you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching.